Hello, my name is Dr. Marc Taylor and I'm an instructor at DelTech. This is a video I never expected to make. It's a video about academic integrity, but that's just a fancy way of saying it's a video about cheating. I know that many of you have tremendous life responsibilities. You're taking other classes, you have outside jobs, family duties, personal hardships, and having to deal with the pandemic certainly doesn't help with the stress and pressure that you might be feeling right now. We're all making sacrifices in our daily routine, and for you, one of those is taking college courses remotely instead of having face-to-face interactions with your instructor and your classmates. I know that's been incredibly difficult on you. Unfortunately, sometimes the pressure gets the students and they decide to take shortcuts to achieve success. Since we're working from the privacy of our own homes, it's extremely tempting to behave in ways we would never consider in a normal classroom. I'm referring to using resources during testing assessments, that's quizzes and exams, that you'd never be allowed to use if we were in class together on campus. Only 4 resources are authorized for use on any exam or quiz, graded or ungraded. Number 1, the Welcome to Online CHM100 or CHM110 reference document. There's no chemistry here, but it has support services and emergency contact info, including my contact info, if there's any issue with logging on or completing a testing assessment. Number 2, Policies and Expectations document. Again, no chemistry there, but this has all the guidelines discussed here in this video on what resources you can and cannot use in case you forget. Number 3, the reference handout set provided by me. It's typically over 20 pages long, and it's packed with useful scientific and particularly chemistry-related information, tables of data, algorithms for solving problems, lists of chemical and mathematical formula, etc. And number 4, a scientific calculator, which you can even get at a Dollar Tree store for $1. If you buy them there, I suggest getting 2 in case one breaks. That's actually happened during an exam once. That's it for the approved resources, those 4 items. No textbooks of any kind, no notes, no help from other individuals, no other internet sources besides logging onto the quiz or exam itself if it's an online test. No cell phone use of any kind for any reason. No other handouts from any source, no practice exams, no labs, etc. can be used. So why am I making this video? Well, because since we've switched over to 100% online learning, I've caught close to 40 DelTech students cheating on quizzes, both graded and ungraded, exams, the final exam, and even occasionally on labs. Each semester, I tell students there are specific questions that might appear on any testing assessment that I've specifically designed to let me know when a student is using unauthorized resources, like internet searches, like using cell phone, like unauthorized handouts, like using any textbook, use of notes, practice exams, or even help from family and friends. In fact, I've used over 6 different methods to catch students cheating on online testing assessments and labs. Unfortunately, every semester, about 20 to 40% of my students make the conscious decision to cheat anyway. That's about a third, thinking they won't get caught this one time or on this one question, no matter how many times I remind them not to cheat. Every student who was caught cheating thought they could get away with it. Now, I understand how easy it seems to cheat on an online test, but is it really worth jeopardizing your college career, let alone your professional career, for a few points on a quiz or exam? If there's evidence of cheating, I meet with that student. Time and time again, students who are caught cheating initially deny any wrongdoing, but the vast majority eventually take responsibility for their actions. At this point, I generally grade that particular quiz or exam with a 0 that cannot be dropped in the final semester calculation. If a student just missed taking that exam, that too will of course result in a 0 grade. If you received a 0 on an exam due to cheating or missing that exam cannot be dropped at the end of the semester and will make it mathematically very difficult to even pass the course, let alone get a good grade. Remember, the final exam is optional, but if you take it, your grade on the final will replace your lowest regular exam grade, assuming that the previous exam was taken in good faith. meaning you actually took the exam and you didn't cheat on it. So the lesson here is do your best on the exams, and remember, the optional final exam grade will replace your lowest good faith regular exam grade. Now, in situations where the student absolutely insists that no cheating occurred, but I still have strong evidence that cheating did happen, DelTech policy requires me to report the incident to the Assistant Dean of Instruction, who will then make that decision for me. Unfortunately, the dean is extraordinarily busy, as you might imagine, so that decision can take as long as 1 to 2 months to make. Meanwhile, once a report is filed with the dean, the student is immediately blocked from dropping the course and must continue submitting labs and exams and quizzes until a decision is rendered in order to avoid an F or even a U grade. Now, if the dean determines that an act of academic dishonesty did in fact occur, that student can expect one of 3 different outcomes depending on the particular incident and the past record of the student. Number 1, they could get a 0 on the test, which is exactly what I would have done anyway if the student admits cheating to me, but it wouldn't go any further than me if you do admit it. Number 2, the dean could fail you for the entire course. And number 3, you could be expelled from the entire DelTech college system. So I'm literally begging you not to cheat on any quiz or exam of any kind, graded or ungraded. Now, I hope that I'm wrong this semester, but sadly it happens again and again, no matter how many times I plead with students, no matter how many reminders I give. But it's just not worth having this on your college record. Now, let's discuss lab assignments. Lab assignments, the rules are totally different. They're much less strict. There's only one thing you can't do on labs, and that's to simply copy another student's answer or allow a student to copy your answer. In other words, while you can discuss strategies for solving lab problems with other students, hey, you might want to use this formula. Hey, I think the instructor's looking for comments about this topic. What you can't do is copy or provide final answers. The calculations must be solved by you. The written answers must be in your own words. Another huge difference between completing labs versus completing testing assessments. On labs, you can use the internet. You can even look up your answers online and write them in your labs. Just be sure you understand what those answers mean when you put them in your labs. Remember, the goal here is to learn how to solve these problems, not just to write down the final answers. Finally, one big difference with labs, you can actually ask tutors, including me, to help you solve the lab problems. We're more than happy to walk you through these problems that you're stuck on. Now, I don't want to get into how cheating only cheats you. You've heard these expressions 1,000 times, so I can only hope you'll take them seriously now. But remember, cheating in the quote-unquote real world can have much greater consequences than in school. For those of you in the medical field, for example, cheating or misrepresenting information can result in serious harm or even death to another human being. It can result in you losing your integrity with your colleagues, in losing your job, or possibly even losing your entire career. In my professional life, I've actually witnessed other individuals who cut corners and suffered each of those consequences. Cheating in the professional world can result in your workplace being sued for millions of dollars, possibly resulting in the closing of that hospital or clinic or business. It's just not worth it. So, if you're struggling with course material, please do not wait to contact me. You can email me. You can come to office hours, or you can just see me at the virtual tutoring center. It's my job to help you succeed. If you prefer, there are several other very capable chemistry tutors at the virtual tutoring center who are also very happy to walk you through the material. If you're dealing with outside issues or pressures, DelTech provides a variety of support systems available through the Virtual Support Center at www.dtcc.edu/virtual/support. Now, the Support Center has links for helping with counseling, mental health support, financial aid and billing, student life, technology and computer help, including laptop lending, career counseling, food insecurity, and many other services that are free for students to take advantage of. They also provide disability support for a wide variety of situations, including some issues you might not even consider to be disabilities. Disability support can result in accommodations provided to you that might mean extra time or assistance during quizzes, exams, or even labs. So if you're unsure, please ask. You might be surprised what's available to you. In any case, I wish you the very best for your success, not only in this class, but in your education at DelTech and for your personal and professional future. Good luck and do well. Thank you.